Hey, this is Story Dude. Feeling a little jazzy this morning, and I'm going to put an end to that right now because jazz is dangerous, folks. It's a gateway to all sorts of terrible things like hip hop and techno, and the list goes on. It's a highway to sin. So let's get right into the stories and try to cleanse our souls. Can I, 31 female, be upset that my 31 male touched the stripper's breasts at his bucks party? Okay. My fiance had his bucks party over the weekend, and he let me know that there were strippers slash topless waitresses. He was upfront to begin with and said he got a lap dance. But when I asked him if he touched the strippers, he said no. I could see on his face that he wasn't being truthful, so I asked again. He admitted that the stripper had grabbed his hands to touch her breasts. I am pro sex worker and understand that bucks most likely always have strippers, but I can't move on from the fact that he touched another woman's breasts. I've always been a little jealous, and when I asked him if he would care if I touched a male stripper's parts, he said no because he understands the context in which that would happen. I'm really shocked that he participated in having a lap dance, but more so upset that he touched another woman's breasts. Is it A, okay that I'm a little upset, and B, how do I move on from this? I would say, yes, you're right to be upset, and B, how do you move on from this? It's going to be very tough. That's why you don't ask what happens at the stag slash bucks bachelor party or whatever, because you don't want to know the answer to those questions. So let's see what the community has to say here. This is tough. I'd feel like this is a level of cheating. I'd be upset with my husband if he grabbed or touched another woman's breasts. How you handle it is up to you. I don't think this is a relationship ending event, but I might need time to process my feelings if I were in your situation. Is he remorseful now? It sounds like he is downplaying it and not acknowledging how much that hurt you. Edit to add, you're not wrong for feeling hurt about this. It doesn't feel right in your gut for a reason. You don't need him to tell you that you shouldn't feel bad. I think this is also what the best man is supposed to do, is to keep the person who's about to get married from doing stupid stuff like this. So he definitely failed on that account. Frankly, he's lying. He would be upset if you touched some other guy's private parts, for sure. He's trying to get out of being in trouble, and yes, I would be ticked off. I would be really angry. Those bachelor parties are cesspools. The women who work there will tell you, and I'm pro sex worker also. I mean, why did he go there? That's such a bad move. Don't ever, you men out there, never put yourself in a position where you might cheat because, hey, you probably will. No one has infinite self-control, and then you end up in this sort of situation. Your post is making me so insecure. I fully understand your feelings. I hate these types of bachelor party traditions. I've always seen this as cheating. If the relationship is exclusive, a loving man shouldn't get lap dances. That's not a healthy start for a marriage in my eyes. I'm feeling super insecure because I'm about to get married, and I really hope that my fiance will respect my boundaries. Oh, I'm so sorry you feel that way. I wish, I feel that a good relationship, you shouldn't have these doubts at the beginning. You should be able to trust that he's not going to go out and do that stuff. First, it's not a good idea to be in situations where there's strippers, topless waitress involved. Yeah. Things happen, and more so when alcohol is involved. Was she really grabbing his hands, or he's the one who touched her because, after all, she was naked on his lap? He probably didn't tell you everything that happened there, and you'll be wondering and doubting him. For sure. Bucks do not most likely have strippers. A certain type does. Okay. My date, a 21-year-old female, put my number in her phone while I, a 22-year-old male, was asleep. So I went on a date with this girl that I'll call Kay from a dating app. We talked for like a week before she really wanted to go to the sushi place that had a bar open until 11. So we met up at 6 and have maybe 4 or 5 drinks, and she invites me over to her place. We get there and we talk for a little bit, and she invites me to her room. I ended up staying over. I got up around 6:30 and left, but she texted me at around 9 after I called an Uber and got my car from the bar and headed home to change for work. I never asked her for her number. She never asked for mine. So how the hell did she just text me at 9 a.m.? I haven't messaged her outside of the dating app, so I think she used my fingerprint after I was passed out and put my number in her phone. Is this unacceptable to you all? I don't know. Depends on how attractive she is, I guess. Should I just block her? I feel like that's a boundary that shouldn't ever be crossed. It sucks because everything else is pretty great. Just a guy in need of some advice here. Thanks. It's my advice. Why don't you ask her? Yeah, it's my advice. Ask. Oh, wow. Princess Ice. Number one comment. Ask her how she got your phone number before you go nuclear. Exactly. Maybe you're drunk and you gave it to her, man. Like, how do you know? How do you know what happened? What if my neighbor's dogs got out the other day and I received a phone call on my private cell phone from someone looking for it? How did they get my number? By Googling my address from a home I rent. More information is totally out there with the right set of info to start from. You never know. Just ask. But I think it's kind of a red flag also if she's like stalking him while he's passed out next to her to get the phone number. Oh, this is also silly. I say just ignore it. Pretend like it never happened. If you had a good time, just, what do you have to lose, I mean, you've tried asking her. I mean, have you tried asking her how she got the number instead of leaping to this girl who could always communicate to me through an app used in my hand while I was asleep to open my phone just to get my number? There are so many easier explanations, like you just forgot you gave it to her, or you are a lightweight when drinking, then maybe you forgot you gave it to her last night, or maybe you gave it to her while groggy in the middle of the night, or so many other possibilities. I wouldn't jump straight to breaking into your phone. I am too old to even answer. When I was in the hookup phase, you had to get their number before you got to see them naked. Now it's an invasion of privacy? Is your number attached to any social media? I assume you two have each other's real names. Wild stuff. I don't even know where my date got my number from, but instead of asking, I'll just assume she's a creep. Real classy. Yeah, man. Yeah, you should stay away from the sushi bars. As I leave you today, I just want to tell you that we appreciate all of your support and all the great comments, and we'll catch you again soon for another edition of Story Dude. I'm back to practice. Catch you later.